Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're heading to the Middle Ages, to a fortress that looks like it was designed by someone to getting paid per piece used. And it also comes with a mystery we're going to try to solve. So get ready, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. This set is from IamBrick, and it's called the Holy Spirit Knights Fortress. It costs around $55 and comes with a number that really does not match the size of the box you're looking at, 2,568 pieces. Right from the start, the box is nicely presented, with artwork of the set on the front and details on the back. When we open it, the instruction manual is sitting right on top, and underneath we have the numbered bags. As soon as you open the manual, you see stickers, but not for the set itself. This model actually uses printed pieces for the build. These stickers are just IamBrick logos, basically little bonus branding decals. Further into the manual, we get a map and part of a story which I loved. And at the end of the manual, the story continues, which makes the whole thing feel more like a world and not just a build. This set does not include minifigures, but that has never stopped anything on this channel. So I called Matilda, because as I said earlier, we have a mystery to solve. Whose fortress is this?
I'm a baker, not a knight, and definitely not a detective. But here I am.
Thanks, Matilda. The parts are GoBricks, so we're talking firm clutch, good colors, and solid overall quality. There are lots of printed pieces, shields, maps, potion bottles, wall details, and that already helps explain the value of this set. At first glance, it looks like a compact castle. Then you remember, over 2,500 pieces. This isn't a castle. It's a geological report disguised as architecture. Textures everywhere, uneven stones, cracks, depth, layering. There are almost no flat surfaces.
This isn't a wall, it's an obstacle course.
The back is open, but you can close most of it by folding the sections inward. And here's something I really liked. Where it folds, you don't get a big, boring, blank corner. The texture continues. It feels intentional, not like an afterthought.
So, when do I start the investigation?
Right now, Detective Matilda, first case, architectural logic.
All right, my turn. When it comes to scale, things get weird. There are stairs that lead to windows or doors, more symbolic than functional, very small symbolic doors. Now let's look at the drawbridge. It looks like two horses could walk in side by side, but in reality, I bake bread. I don't do contortionism.
Yes, she almost hits her head. And this sums up the biggest mystery of the set. It wants to be a minifigure scale, but sometimes it forgets. The mechanism itself is excellent. It uses large gears, the movement is smooth, and everything feels solid with no wobble. It's very satisfying and clearly well designed. Visually, it sells the idea of an epic fortress. In practice, it's an epic fortress with a low ceiling. Now we enter another identity crisis. Some areas are clearly meant for minifigures, a prison with a proper door, a skeleton inside. Weapons, tools, potions. Normal scale animals like a cat and birds. But then there are rooms where Matilda walks in and starts rethinking her career path.
I should have stayed at the bakery. The ceilings are higher there.
For example, we have this chandelier. It looks great, but it occupies some very strategic airspace. Everything looks tiny, right? Got any theories? Let me know in the comments. Let's move on. The tree is really good. Dense canopy, mixed greens, not fragile. The well works, but the top is only attached with 2 studs. That's the most delicate part of the set. The ballistae on the towers look amazing. probably some of the best brick-built ones I've seen. Just don't handle them like you're actually defending the castle.
I only throw stale bread, not bolts.
So Matilda, what's your verdict? Who do you think lives here?
Honestly, either dwarves or children.
That's actually a great idea. Maybe this turns into a fortress for small folk in my brick city. Mystery solved. What do you think, guys? I can already picture it in some corner of the city full of dwarves or kids. Let me know down in the comments. Now let's talk about the build experience before the speed build at the end. I've really enjoyed this build. There are tons of details throughout, and it constantly feels like you're shaping texture rather than just stacking bricks. It's packed with small parts, micro techniques, and lots of subtle angles. So this is definitely aimed more at adult builders. It's not difficult in a frustrating way, but it does require attention. This is the kind of build where you slow down, follow closely, and appreciate how all those little pieces come together to create the stonework and depth. Despite the part count, it didn't feel repetitive, which surprised me. Different sections bring different techniques. So the build stays interesting the whole way through. I had no missing pieces at all. There were some small spare parts included, which is always good to see. So, let's sum this up. On the positive side, the level of detail here is incredible. There are printed pieces all over the build. The part quality is excellent, and the value you're getting for the price is honestly impressive, especially with this part count. On the downside, the scale is inconsistent, which creates some strange moments throughout the build. A few areas feel a bit too cramped for minifig use, and the well is probably the most fragile section of the model. In the end, this works much better as a display model than as a traditional playset. It's something you admire for the detail, not something you constantly handle. Now I'll leave you with the speed build so you can see how this fortress comes together. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And it really helps more than you think. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can use one of my affiliate links in the description. It helps me bring more unusual sets like this to the channel.
And if the door is low, bring bread, not a helmet.
Thanks for watching. Happy building!
Wait a second. This really is for little folk. Look what I just found.
Hold on. There's something back here. You are right. Behind the wall, we actually discover a stash of treasure. It's not the easiest thing to see right away, but you'll spot it much better during the speed build, along with a few other hidden details in this fortress. So yeah, mystery solved. Thanks, Matilda.
You're welcome. Now I'm going back to bread, much safer.
And thank you all once again for watching.